Last time on The Empire's Edge.
I cast Fireball. This is hitting all my nope alarms.
Getting even worse. I was merely admiring this lovely home, gesturing towards whichever house I was near at the time.
That is a stable. And she turns about and keeps on walking.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if this will protect us from anything, but I want to try and swing it.
She might even be hearing you. That it looks like she might go to try to intercept Jacob with whatever he's doing, maybe closer to 50 feet, and you think you see something moving off to your right-hand side.
I'm sensing shenanigans.
When you pull that sword and you know that it radiates for things that have like magical awareness, it's about as large a ping as you could possibly get being Argolian. And as you do that, straight ahead of you, 20 feet, there is a person just standing there. Boris, you're looking at this person. He's right opposite you. But back at the house, Zelen.
I feel so teased.
You guys don't care about that. You care about this.
Krull, you've been really quiet.
Krull looks up from whatever bed or bunk she's chosen and says, I didn't expect this. I really thought that the door in the sky would be an amazing thing to see. It'd be an adventure. And I have to admit, a hike through the woods. I thought when we saw those wasps, that'd be the worst thing that we'd see. Maybe an owlbear. I don't know. Things that would be, terrible, but things that I could fight. This place, the whole place just feels dead. And I feel just sick in my heart that I'm here and don't know what to do about that.
This is a very unusual place. You're right. We've never encountered any place like this. Maybe you could keep your mind off it. Do you whittle? Is there something you could do?
The bones of fallen enemies.
Really. And I whittle them with my teeth. She had a scrimshaw with her incisors. She said, I'll try. Thank you, Zelen. Maybe I'll just keep watch. And she goes to the window and is looking out. It's on the same side as the door that faces out like toward where the well was, kind of the middle of this little area of houses.
Yeah, near one of the 3 alarm spells I cast.
Yeah, but she doesn't go outside toward that. But go ahead, the 3 of you in this room, Zelen, Jacob, and Krull. I'll roll for Krull. Go ahead and roll a perception. Ooh. 8. Krull rolls an 18. What'd you guys do?
Oh, come on!
9.
What are we rolling again?
Less perception.
16.
Okay, well, that was actually
There you
pretty
go.
good.
Thank you.
But
I'm very worried about Krull right now.
Apparently so. But
Well, you're probably a bit preoccupied with all the death and decay, Miss Nature Lady.
Perfect. Great
Thank
way
you.
of weaving that in
Happy
there.
to rationalize.
Thank
It's my
you.
job as the religious member.
Jacob, Krull catches your attention. She kind of nods toward you, and it's not about something outside the window. She's nodding like to you and then in the direction of Violet. You look at Violet, and she is on the bed that must be her regular bed, and she's looking at the door as though she's ready for someone to come spring through that door, or she's nervous about something involving the door itself.
Gotcha. We rolled the perception that we noticed that's happening, so I guess I can't really take any more from that. I'll approach her, make eye contact with Zelen as I'm walking this way. It's like, hey, watch in case I get stabbed.
Look at this. It's my kidney.
Violet, why are you so antsy?
Roll an insight, and we roll a reaction for her too.
Ooh.
She jumps when you do that, looks over, and begins to cover herself almost immediately. Oh, it's nothing. I was just a little worried about what's his name?
Oh, yeah. But did you actually give your name?
No, I didn't give any
I was
name.
going to say, it's like, the Paladin, yes. 18 on my insight.
Did she react to Paladin, I wonder?
I don't know.
Yeah, so actually she does react to Paladin, and she reacts to that one, and it's almost the same kind of squinty way she did when Boris was saying things but not introducing himself, and made a reference to his own sword.
The prayer I made.
The prayer you made, that's
to
right.
Uko, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Referencing sword was confronting the ghost I'm currently confronting.
No one cares.
Yeah, so there may be a ghost in front of you, whatever.
I want to get possessed.
But she almost winces the same way, like she knows about that. You can imagine out here, there's been many paladins that come walking through, but somehow she has some knowledge that has taught her at some point in her life who they are, what they do, and she looks like she's in a place where she does not like. But she does say she's concerned about that, And with that insight check being so high, you also get that she was fishing for a name. It was like she's trying to figure out who is this guy exactly.
Well, we have seen many things during our travels. I'm sure that there's nothing that he could possibly encounter that he can't take care of.
Oh, thank you. I so appreciate that. And you figure she's lying.
Yeah.
And as you get back to your bunker, if you take a few steps away, her attention, like she can't even control herself. She's such a whack nut that she looks over in that direction, and she's still really watching the doors. Though
Is she just watching the door? Can we get a feeling like, is she trying to protect the door? Is she casting something?
Go and do the insight yourself and
drawing
casting.
back a crossbow.
Yeah. Right. There's suddenly a ballista in front of her. She's really cranking the thing back.
18.
You are positive that she's not casting something. She's not doing any of the. If maybe there was a spell ability that was just a verbal something, if she were to say a word, to be like so quick you wouldn't be ready for it. But there's no semantic something. There's no material anything that she's doing.
Okay.
But she does seem to be fixated as though either she's nervous about it, the way you watch a clock when you have a meeting coming up, or something's happening, you go, oh, here it comes. That she's watching in that way. And it seems to be, if she let through part of whatever that fear is or that agitation's coming from, it's that Boris isn't back yet, though she can't put a name to who that is.
So I'm going to go and gently sit on one of these bunks, assuming there aren't bugs on it. But I'm going to try to be I'm going to try to put her between Jacob and I.
Okay,
So
like
she's in the middle
her?
and we're on either side of her.
Okay,
Yeah.
tactically, very smart. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then kind of like with the same thing, kind of picking a spot closer to the door than she is for the same kind of flanking position, to where she's sitting in place and we're kind of, in a way, we're flanking, but I kind of want to be near the door in case she, for whatever reason, decides to bolt.
Okay, that also puts you nearer to Crawl, because Crawl's
that's
near
where
to the door.
Crawl's sitting. So never mind. Then I guess we'll make a
Okay.
little 3-point triangle.
Almost like a triangle.
Okay,
yeah.
smart. Yeah, I like that.
I like a
Okay.
3-point triangle.
Yeah, no,
Those
3-point
4-point triangles are
Those 4 and
such
5-point triangles are just
a hassle.
bizarre.
5-point triangles are just evil.
You just want to be a square. Back to Boris. You look up at this thing, Boris, and go ahead and make a perception check as soon as like this guy's standing in front of you.
All right. 3.
Don't you get plus anything?
That was with a
Oh,
plus.
sheesh.
That in the dark and the quiet of it, you can see the shadow of this silhouette, but you're very aware in that moment that you didn't hear somebody walk up, but then you might have been like mentally distracted, and he speaks to you. But the uncanny thing, and you can't explain it at this moment, is even though he is a good 10, 12 feet away from you, it sounds like the voice is right next to your ear. Like he's actually like right next to your shoulder. And this voice says, but even though it's dark and it's low light, you can tell something about that silhouette, that the jaw is moving on this person opposite you. And
that
yet,
doesn't sound right.
yeah, instead, but he says, purify my family. Abner is unaware of you. And he's gone.
Freaky. Can I make a religion check? I want to see if I've just seen a ghost.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Religion check, go ahead.
That's better. 13.
You know, when it comes to an unsubstantial something, an undead-like thing, you would say yes. But as you're going through whatever information you've been taught, things that you've been taught or you learned, growing up in your very, rich environment, educated environment, that you don't think it was a ghost exactly, but it was some kind of a haunting presence, that there was a thing there that's not there now. Whether it would interact with you, attack you, can be attacked.
All right, we've got a necromancer on our hands. I am hot-footing it back to the house where,
Sleeping
the
barn,
sleeping
wherever.
quarters.
Well, don't forget the firewood.
Make firewood out of her.
Please come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jacob, do your things ping when he comes back through it, or is that just something leaving this area?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
so-
entering the area that's larger than a mouse.
Okay, yeah. So at about the same time that you're getting these mental pings, because Boris larger than mouse, you also get Crawl saying, "There's somebody coming." Oh, hey, and you're like, "Oh, get these mental alarms." It's Boris. And
What does Violet do?
Is just that as that's happening, you're getting the pings. She's saying at the door. She looks over at the door, almost like relieved, like
Bursts in with a mighty boot.
And then Crawl says, "He's not slowing down. Hang on," and takes a half step back, even though she's in front of the window, and the door goes, and just gets itself kicked in as Boris comes through the door.
Like a single frame goes from being closed to being just completely ajar.
Yeah,
and Boris is standing there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Flinging back.
sword and shield, looking rather wrathful. What is going on here?
You directing that to
Who is Abner?
roll and intimidate.
Ooh.
Advantage because she's crazy.
Just roll it straight up for this
Let's say
first one.
disadvantage because she's crazy.
So so direct even numbers. Just make a roll.
Natural 17 for a 23. I am scary paladin.
You are scary.
Bigger than a mouse paladin.
I am
Lawful good does not
righteous
mean
good.
lawful nice.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean harmless by any means. She said, Abner's our savior. Abner's the one that'll bring us back. Abner will save our family. And she drops to the floor. She's just a quivering mess on that floor and terrified. He'll save us. He'll save us all. You'll understand. You'll understand. He'll save us.
Who's the ghost haunting this place?
And she says, a ghost? I don't know. What do you mean by a ghost haunting all of us?
And I'd give whatever description I could of
Give me a straight intelligence roll and use
sure.
your mod on that.
my intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
16 for a natural 18.
Oh wow.
Or a total 18, right?
Very nice. You do get an idea, like as he was like disappearing in that, something about the negative image going to a gray image, going away. You got an idea of a fur-lined collar, rich change on his shoulders, a particular kind of hat that he was wearing,
Wealth.
a lot of wealth. It would look like for a person like this. And you describe that, and she says, Sir Michael. No, it couldn't have been Sir Michael. It can't be Sir Michael. And she jumps up and is like running for the door, and she starts screaming that there's
like
a Sir
towards
Michael.
me, the door.
Like to go like straight through you to all of
am
that.
the door.
Yeah. Brace, present, shield. She just bounces off.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's roll in a opposed strength check.
Okie dokie.
Hey. Oh, yeah, she has negatives.
Yeah. 18.
Yeah, actually, she rolled really well at a 16, but she has a -3 on that, so 13. Yeah, so she does go like, and she goes right back, and she's on her tuchus on the floor right there. Do you ask any other specific question when it comes to this?
Can I insert myself
Oh, yeah.
into this? Violet, where did Abner come from?
Abner is from a long line of kings, and he is the king that made the risk. He is the king that sought the magic, from the older time. The Krenlans had the knowledge how to return power, and our house had fallen. There was no more left. Look at this place. We've got to rebuild ourselves, and Abner is the only one. Though it was hundreds of years ago, Abner is the only one who had the strength and the courage to do it.
What kind of magic?
And you probably get a glassy stare. Do it in an insight on her for that one again.
15.
She looks at you like almost like you have 3 ears. Like she's trying to figure out like that made no sense whatsoever. You get the idea that she has no magic, like arcana, spell crafting. She couldn't even tell you. It's like if you asked a typical 8-year-old to explain like quantum mechanics.
Would Michael approve of Abner's magic?
And again, she starts falling down and quivering, and she says, Sir Michael, no, Sir Michael, the paladin, no, Sir Michael.
Ding, 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 ding.
What is Abner? Flesh or spirit?
Yes, he is flesh and spirit, and he is power, and he'll restore us. You'll understand. She's raising herself up as she's saying. She's still like on the floor, but she's like becoming a little more upright, even though she's still on the floor. It's like he'll bring it all back, and you'll understand him. You'll understand what this means and what it'll do, what the Krenlan will be again someday. And Abner's the one, and you'll meet Abner, and you'll understand.
Violet, how is Abner still alive?
She shakes her head because he's powerful, because he sought the magic in the library.
I'm going to make an insight check. Does she have like anything else? To gauge whether or not she has anything more to give or if
Yeah,
she's
go
just
ahead.
Crazy. Unnatural 20.
Nice. You think that that's about it, that whatever her knowledge base is, it is not geared toward the history of this, the spell mechanics of this, or anything else.
Yeah.
It's just that she's been told there is a certain something.
Mhm.
She's repeated enough to say that that's how it is, and has no idea how any of this is going to come about or how it's going to manifest
Yeah,
itself.
I'm going to turn a bit to the side so I'm no longer blocking the door. Not sheathing weapon.
Okay.
Leave.
Yeah, she doesn't even wait or think about it, look around. She jumps up and runs out. And your spell's still active, yes?
Yeah, my alarm
Jacob?
spell's
Yeah,
active.
so yeah, you get the ding, ding, dings, and she heads out in that direction.
So look at Boris. Are
And-
we supposed to follow her?
All right, is she going to alert Abner?
Yeah, I share what I experienced, what I found, what I'm betting is a tomb complex. That great hill that a ghost appeared out of.
Right.
Can't be a good thing.
Yeah, probably not.
I think that's the root of what's happening in this area. I think we need to go there and purge whatever's there.
So you guys are here a
I
bit.
don't
I
think
get
we
it.
have a choice.
Gathering up gear then, running out of here?
Yeah.
no.
Okay, so you take just a minute
I don't think
to...
we need to chase her. I mean, I don't think we need to run out of here because who knows what she's
No,
tripping
yeah.
behind her.
Move
but
at a tactical speed.
Exactly, with some caution.
So you take whatever the minute is or less
what's the
than that.
light level out here?
Dark.
Yeah, I'll activate Sacred Weapon.
All right, yeah, so you have... That's like bright light, bright torch
20
light?
feet of bright
Yeah.
light and then 20 feet of dim light beyond that.
Excellent. Yeah, so you guys can see very, very well with this.
Because
And
my sword is glowing with holy fire.
Good.
But I love being a paladin.
it also adds to the general creepiness of this place because if you've ever had a light and you're out in the
Yeah.
dark, especially a light
Shadows.
that's... Yeah, just the shadows it makes as they sweep, they move
Yeah, 'cause
around
it,
you.
it almost makes the darkness even darker because you can see this small sliver, but you can't see anything else.
And
I
if
don't
you've never
think
thought
this
about
place
this,
needs any creepy help.
it also announces... Now, that was none of us at the table.
That was actually behind you, Emily.
That it also announces where you are. If there's something
Oh,
outside
yeah.
that anywhere,
Yeah,
it says,
that's true.
oh, there's where there's people. And each one of you are beautifully silhouetted as the four
If
of
I
you.
trip on a
go
thing
walking
and
up.
break my leg, I'm just going to have to gut myself from shame. So I'd rather see
Yeah.
and get in a fight.
I agree. But it does all of those things at the same time. And you start walking across the middle area between these buildings.
Towards the mound.
Everyone give me a
between-
perception. I'll roll for a crawl as you're moving that way. And depending on what numbers you're individually
Ooh.
making, I might have a different piece of information, like kind of in your field.
19.
At 19, you recognize that even when you came in just a few minutes ago, it seems extra quiet. There's been fewer nighttime sounds anyway, but it's been still. This seems like everything's been put on mute. You're aware of that, Boris. Jacob, what'd you roll?
5.
Yeah, only beyond the fact it's just communicated. It's not a new idea, but nothing new. But just
Okay.
that it's really communicates that same feeling. Zelen,
22.
you feel like you're being watched. That as you move out into this darkness, it feels like each one of these buildings has something that's looking at you.
I feel like something is watching us outside the light. Carl, are you catching anything?
Do you concur?
Yeah, Crawl communicates that a moment ago I felt like this place was dead. Now I feel like that dead feeling is following us.
It's the corrupting presence of whatever's here.
Yeah.
We need to get to
I
the
don't
tomb
Let's
like
keep
it.
moving.
So-
destroy it.
In a handful of minutes later, you guys have moved through this area. You're retracing your steps, Boris, and you get to where this burrow-like area is, and you can point out that's where I saw this guy right over there. But there's no doorway on this side of this thing.
Is the grass charred where he appeared?
Oh, that's
Oh
an
my
interesting idea.
gosh.
Just
So
in
who-
case.
Although she said
Like
Sir
the one
Michael
who gates in?
Paladin.
Who's checking that kind of stuff out? Is that you,
Yeah,
Boris,
I'll,
or
I'll
He-
vocalize that so the more perceptive of the
Yeah.
party
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
okay? So
Just in case we're being
tracker.
deceived.
If one with light stops at the place, I will look. 16 perception. Or do you want investigation?
there's actually no, that was fine. I was thinking your survival thing for your tracky stuff.
Oh,
but-
even better then. 18.
So Jacob, you point and you have to communicate right here. Is this the spot?
Yeah.
Boris like, yeah, that's the spot right there. That there is no disturbance. Boris didn't walk up to that spot
Not even
after he
impressions
saw
like
it.
there was something standing
Yeah,
there.
there's no sign, and there is like grass that's grown to be about like knee length, short stuff like that, and then just the general, detritus that's all over the ground, leaves and sticks and whatnot. Nothing looks disturbed. It's been moved.
It
through.
doesn't
So
look
we
like
don't
anything
think
stood
Violet
here
came this way?
ever, let alone recently.
And
Violet-
here I am without my proton pack.
She came through this way, but not in that spot where this thing.
Got
had
it. Okay, I'd like to just look at it and see, is this being better maintained? Does this look as fallen
Okay, yeah,
down as
go ahead.
everything else
And I'll
looks?
look at
Do
the
I hear anything?
and I'll look at the general area as well,
Do I
seeing
smell
if I can
anything?
see where her path was directly, assuming she wasn't being as careful as she
been. Okay,
normally
good.
is.
Go
And
and
what are
roll
we
that.
doing?
And
Investigation?
yes,
22.
that this does not look any more maintained than other areas.
Okay.
It actually looks just as bad, in a way the same. And then to put a finer point on it, the area where you are in this town looks as though no one's been here in a long time. Because even close to these houses that she's living in and different tracks that lead out from it, you can see where she walks regularly. And it looks like, at least as you're moving in the area where Boris saw that haunted presence, that nothing's been moving around in there. Like,
Okay.
there's no even casual passing activity.
Yeah, the only tracks we're finding are mine.
Right. And Jacob?
14 on the survival.
That you do find where she came through, and you realize that adjacent to the area that Zellen's been looking in, there is a fairly well-worn track that would either be a lot of people moving through it or one person over years has just followed this exact same path, past this, bit of a building, this crumbled piece of rock, this tree, that she follows that exact same path that gets her that way as you're heading, if you go to head in that direction, but that she's used to walking this path all the
I
time.
point that out. This looks like the trail that we want to take. Let's go.
But apart from that, Zellen, she doesn't deviate from that path at all.
All right,
Okay.
be ready for an ambush.
So as you follow that path, I'm assuming you're taking it around where she's walked,
Yeah.
that you get around to the side of this hill, and as you're doing just that, you realize that this hill is more like a like a loaf. It's long and not like a single, generally circular burrow. That it looks like if it were a burrow from how different ancient peoples would bury their dead, that instead of like making a new burrow, they added a chamber to it and then extended the burrow to make it a little more rectangular, and then longer and longer as time went on. So the whole thing is like 120, 150 feet long. It's massive as you get around to the side of this thing. And then you go down its length, following that track. You turn a tight corner, and you can see this is the opening to the the new relatively opening to the burrow. Big upright blocks, lintel, and just a gaping, yawning opening going into it.
Take a look at the actual entrance itself. See if it looks
I
recently
agree.
traveled
Yeah.
or like.
Are there doors? Are there?
Yeah.
I mean, what is
Okay, so yours first, Jacob. Go ahead and see if you can find that.
I'm rolling investigation.
No, you're rolling you're tracking her, so survival.
I gotcha. 10.
You can tell that this is the same track that she's been on,
Okay.
and there's no deviations from that track. It looks like it reads right up to the door itself.
And the same thing, like the same trail, one person over the course of years.
Yeah,
or maybe.
it's clear. It's like if you were flat heading through woods in Georgia and you come across a deer trail, it's a deer trail, and you can see in both directions. It's so well worn.
Okay.
Boris.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was
Oh, I
doing
thought-
that.
you were
I said that I would investigate it. Does it have doors? Do I smell anything? Do I see anything? Is there a light inside? I mean,
I rolled a 21 on perception just in case.
Woo, you
That's a 19
go.
with a +2. I am feeling good.
So the two of you
Paladin
note
smoke.
right off that there is no door. It's just big upright blocks and a lintel that goes across it. But with these good rolls you guys have made, you also note that none of the blocks that make up the door look as though they've been hewn, that they were shaped in any way. They got natural stones that were about the right size and shape. So it's a little off balance to itself. It's not particularly good construction style, but it's obviously sturdy and has
Yeah.
lasted and then put into place. There probably is little time that could be taken into making this was done just that way. You take a step or two closer to it and you can actually see, that one block, I'd bet money that was actually a foundation block to a building, that it was, underground 1,000 years ago, and a building fell down, somebody dug it up because it was big enough, because it has a worked edge on it that when you get closer to it. But
I guess we're kind of naturally coming to a pause, like at the door.
Outside the door.
I would think so.
Yeah.
But then you also ask about for different smells. There is an odor, like a stale, not exactly rotten odor,
Okay.
but a stale air odor coming from this place.
Okay, which would make sense
Old
with it being
corruption.
that
Yeah,
old
makes
corruption.
sense.
Yeah, but that does mean potentially nothing fresh dead.
That's good.
Yeah, well, thank heaven for small mercies.
Yeah, and
Do I hear anything? Do
Yeah,
I
stopping at the
do
door,
I see
taking a
anything?
listen.
Did she? Did
and
she
what was
run
your
in there
roll
in
on
the dark?
that
15.
that perception you made there? At 15, no, you don't. You don't hear her like the echo of her footfalls going in there
Right.
or anything else.
What about Kroll? Who rolled for Kroll?
Oh, I didn't. Let me roll that. Good call. She rolls lower than you and does not.
Come on, Kroll.
And you don't have anything any higher than that?
Well, if we've all stopped moving and our own footsteps are not a addition to the sound, I want to
Okay.
stop and see if we can listen for her in the tomb.
Okay. Well, go ahead with that. Give yourself advantage.
I will take it. I wasted it. So the first one would have been 18. I say 18, but like I think it's very close to what she just rolled.
Yeah. So again, you don't hear anything. There's no particular disturbances coming from the inside. And you would imagine, because she wasn't that far ahead of you, but I mean, it might have been enough that if she were running in this thing, you're pretty sure, judging by the size of the hill, that she'd be running into this thing. You'd hear her feet clickety clacking or slappity slapping on the stones as she's
You'd
going
wanna
back
hope.
there, and that she got to the door and then tiptoed in, like she herself was, I don't know, nervous about going into this
Or
place.
in awe, yeah.
Yeah, something like
Um,
that.
I'm going to activate another use of Divine Sense. I should have like another 4 for today.
Right.
And that'll tell me specifically what I'm looking for this time rather than, consecration or desecration. The presence of undead within 60 feet.
And how far are you from the opening of the actual tomb itself?
If I
Would you
was
figure?
actually inspecting to like look at kind of the shape and structure of the door blocks, I'd imagine I'd be like right at the threshold.
Okay, I was picturing you like maybe 20 feet out. So we'll call you like, 10, 15.
yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you're like, oh, yes, there is unlife inside this place and not too far inside this door.
Get ready for a fight.
Oh boy! All right, you got your glowy stick, so it's
yeah.
put you in
I'll-
front.
Yeah,
and
they
start
really can
walking.
see.
I
And-
Arrow
want to,
knocked.
I want to cast Bark Skin on myself,
okay.
which gives me an AC of at least a 16.
I'm going to cast nothing because I can't, because I'm really aware of anything that walks over by the house right now.
You cast all your slots?
All of
Yeah.
my slots.
While we're preparing, because I haven't cast any of my slots, I'll cast Protection from Evil on myself. So undead attacking me have disadvantage, and I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by undead.
Love it.
I thought we
Nice.
were
That's a
going to
good one.
bed.
Yeah, I did too. Then I found a necromancer lair, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, kill.
That is one of those things. It's like, you wake up the next day playing D&D and all the different spell slots you didn't cast. And it's like, man, I could have done a lot of stuff I didn't do.
I've
And
had
here
like
I
a week's
thought-
worth of long rest.
Versus the other
We're
way.
about to go to sleep. Oh,
I'm-
here, I'll just go ahead and use all my spell slots just because, we're about to go to sleep. And then we don't go to sleep.
Wait, potential major encounter? Oh,
Oh, boy.
yay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're approaching that.
Yeah,
You're
I
10
take-
foot, 5 feet from it.
I'll
you
take
are
point.
I cast Boris Goes first.
Your favorite spell.
An arrow knocked.
Boris, as you're stepping in, they're in this area. You're looking for it, and then the light illuminates it. There are, just in that moment, just that as you're stepping through this, and it's about 8 feet wide and about 10 feet tall, this door with these big
Okay, yeah.
stones. It's pretty huge.
Yeah.
As you're stepping up into that, you can see that there are bipedal people. There's either 5 or maybe 6 if there's like one crouched somewhere, but you can tell that they look like they've been just standing there waiting. But when they see you, they launch themselves to attack.
All right.
Now, in that
Hostiles.
in that moment, do you press in to make enough room for everybody?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay. And you do just that. Let's have a nits from everybody all around.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, there's neither surprise from either direction.
I'm just rolling right middle of the road or poorly.
I'm pretty solid.
Ooh, yeah. Crawl rolls a nice nit.
Good.
17.
All right, so please write these things down. So Boris 17. Where are you, Jacob?
14.
Jacob 14. Zelen?
6.
Cleanup.
Which is actually good because we might actually get some kills in this time.
Right?
And Crawl is at 21.
Dang.
I know. It's like one of the highest in nits I've rolled like in all 21,
for
22
us.
episodes. Yeah. And it was for the party.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, let's keep this habit.
Can these things be damaged by fire?
Yes.
So Zelen yells in the darkness as they're rushing in. Can these things be damaged by fire? Yes. Damage them with fire. Crawl goes first, leaps up and attacks one of these things with her spear. And she rolls a nice toasty number and hits one of them right off. And does some pretty decent damage to it, too.
If I were to set my toaster to the exact number to get that level of toastiness, what would it be?
That's a solid 3.
you'll
It's good toast. It's
find
not 4
out.
where it's starting to blacken, and it's not 5, which is just bad toast.
What do the numbers even mean?
Okay, Boris.
Moving to engage and attacking nearest unengaged hostile.
Gotcha.
And I'm at plus 12. I love this.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a whole bunch from me and more for the sword.
Okay.
So 26 versus armor class.
Most definitely a hit.
Yeah. I'll save the spell slots for now.
Smart decision.
12 points of damage.
Terrific. It takes it. And then Jacob.
All right, yeah. Stepping into the room, firing an arrow at one of the unengaged undead.
Okay, got it. I'll put you
Ooh.
on that one.
27.
And again, hits.
Nice.
Is it below its hit point maximum?
Is it below its hit point?
It is not.
Ooh, max damage though, 13.
Well done. Okay, these things are taking it, but they don't look to be like severely affected by any of these hits that they've taken thus far.
Yeah, they're undead.
And you've
They're
all
gonna look
hit
pretty
kind of about the same way.
Yeah, they're all going to look pretty gruesome until they're
Yeah.
dust.
Like they're just kind of in an accepting mode, and then they attack. We just do a real
Two people
quick
went
math.
before me, and I could have
Hey,
gone
well,
for
he
one that
does
was
quick
below its hit
math.
point maximum.
Should I do the sphere, the flame sphere, and try to catch more of them, or produce flame and throw individual little flames?
I'd ask if there are any clusters to
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Because if there are clusters, yeah, scorch a whole bunch. But if the only way you could get 2 of them is by getting one of us as well,
Right.
I just do single targets.
Okay.
And as it is, they were spread out and was tantamount to an arc, and now 3 of that arc has one of your own people engaged in it.
Okay.
Now-
I guess it's two of them.
One is being shot at.
Sorry.
At range, yeah.
But then there's 2, and you can see it as this is happening. One straightens up or was crouched down. That there's 3 more to one side that have not been engaged, but they're actually rushing in to do their thing right now. So
Okay.
they could be on top of somebody or fighting somebody by the time you actually get to your round.
Okay.
All right, so my guys. So first one that's fighting Boris. Boris, armor class.
I have an armor class of 18, and you were rolling at disadvantage.
I remember. Yeah, I wrote this down on my sheet. I'm like, oh man. So I need to roll.
He's not gonna need disadvantage because he's gonna get a 1 on his
in a row.
first one.
Yeah, 19 before their pluses to hit.
Then disadvantage, right?
Yeah, and disadvantage. So I've got
So
to roll.
It's going to be a 3 right there.
It's a good
Got to
waste.
roll another 19 right now. Shoot. So the first one misses Boris. The next one the next one I should have done on crawl to keep in order of the combat. So this one's on crawl, and I'll flip that for the next time. So attacking crawl, and hits crawl. That's it's kind of weird. I'm hitting my own person.
We're
that
just
I'm
sitting at the
working
table watching the
remotely.
DM play with
Yeah.
himself.
Wow. Make sure I have these things right. Where'd all my four-siders go? There's not a single four-sider in here.
How do you
Okay.
not have any four-siders?
I don't.
He said before
they were-
finding 2 of
they
them
were-
right in front of him.
They were hiding. I'm not sure why that was. Ooh, that was still pretty good damage. She's got to make a saving throw
Uh-oh.
versus paralysis.
Ooh, that doesn't sound like
And she makes her
Oh.
saving throw, but she's taken some damage. All right, next one. The one is moving to Jacob. Jacob, you're at the doorway, so it's definitely within its move, so it's rushing up and then hitting you, or attacking you, I should say.
Yeah. It's gonna miss.
What's your armor class?
17.
Misses.
Ha
Yeah. And now the next one is either going to go for one of you, or it's going to be going for Zelen at the door. And that's Zelen at the door.
Oh.
Jerk.
As it's running towards Zelen to make this attack, it goes right by Jacob, but does not go by the rest of the party. You're
Okay.
at the end because you were sitting back there near Zelen.
I don't have a melee weapon in my hand, but I'll use my bow as an improvised weapon and just kind of smack
Gotcha.
it with what I'm
Club.
holding as a club.
Got it.
So treated like an unarmed strike, I'm assuming.
I just roll your if you have strength and proficiency,
Yeah.
I think you'd still roll both of those.
Oh. Probably a miss. There's still a chance though. 7?
Miss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but a nice try.
Did you trip it?
No. Right. That was good.
Change its target.
All right. So did I even roll the attack against you? I forgot all this.
No.
You
so,
missed.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Roll deception.
And what's your armor class?
My armor class is 16 because I did that bark skin.
Nice.
I just rolled a 15. Wow.
So I guess it missed.
It would have been
did miss.
14 without my bark skin, so it might not be
Nice.
attractive, but it helps.
And then the last one is attacking Crawl.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, Crawl's already been attacked. That's
And
not
you
good.
step in and try to help Crawl. Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. Is anything
Wait,
moving past any
No.
of
Wait a minute. I have that word that I can say.
I'm not
this?
waiting.
It's your
It's a
action.
bonus action. I can do.
It's still on your turn.
Yeah,
though.
it still has to be your
Oh,
turn.
but it's bonus.
Yeah, you're looking for a
You haven't even
reaction.
gone yet.
I know.
Crawl is
She's
hit.
an NPC. She doesn't count.
Crawl is hit.
Aw. Just because we forgot about her doesn't mean we want her to die.
When we don't think about her, she doesn't exist.
Everyone stop thinking about Crawl.
She winks out of existence, and she's fine. And
Yeah, if we start thinking about her again, does she come back with
that
full
was
hit
1,
points?
2,
I don't believe in fairies.
3, 4, 5. No, there's still one more.
Ah,
Jeez.
lovely.
And that one is on person number 2, which would again be Boris. Damn it.
Ha!
Yeah.
Good.
So I'm going to roll 2 20s right in a row.
No, you're gonna roll 2 3s.
So 11 natural,
All right.
and then a 8. They both miss.
Yay.
Disadvantage sucks.
So wait a
I
minute. What
love
happened
it.
with Kroll?
Crawl's been hit, but twice now.
But
Mhm.
so where is she?
And
She
did
is
she
standing
make her
kind of
second
off to the
saving throw?
left.
I mean, like, is she
Does she look bad?
wobbly? Where-
Yeah,
How many
she made her
feet of
second.
intestine are on the floor?
She made
right
her
now?
second saving throw, and she looks
she
like she's
did.
taking it about as well as everyone else has.
Okay. Taking it
Uh,
in stride.
Not.
Yeah, that bad, huh? It's like Han Solo. And then she attacks in return one of the two that are on her.
hey, wait a minute. What about me?
Oh, sorry,
Don't
go
I
ahead.
get to do
I
something?
thought-
Bottom of the round.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I have the opportunity to cast Fairy Fire. It's a 20-foot cube, but everything can be captured. Can I? Okay, so then I'm going to throw fire at the one that was attacking me.
Okay,
good.
so it's a short throw. Poof.
Well, I mean, I could make then
Okay.
I can't miss, right?
Burning slap.
Range touch, isn't it? Got to roll it.
Well, there's
does that
a
mean?
touch
Can
armor
you
class
deliver it as a rather than a ranged?
No.
It has to be ranged.
Can I change my mind and do Shillelagh? Yes, I
Why
can.
are you asking me?
Yeah, go ahead. Just,
Yeah, why are
just
you
play.
asking you?
know,
I get chewed out all the time for
She wants
making,
tactical stuff.
agreeing with
14.
rule calls.
14.
Yeah.
Hit.
Isn't that right?
Nice.
1d8.
1d8 plus 5.
All right, so we know it's somewhere between 7 and 14.
7 plus 5 is 12 points
Nice.
of damage. And I'm going to do a bonus action.
Your
You
bonus
did.
action
You cast
was
Shillelagh.
casting Shillelagh.
Dang it.
All right. So Crawl at the top of the round is now attacking one of the ones that has previously attacked her. Oh, and she rolls a natural 3 and misses.
Oh, darn.
Nice.
Boris,
All right.
you have 2 on you.
Yeah, gonna keep on the one I've been fighting. Okay, 15 versus armor class.
Hits.
Nice. For 10 points of damage.
And it takes it, and it still seems like it could keep on going.
All right.
And then Jacob.
Gotcha. Dropping my bow as a free action, and then as part of a move, drawing my short sword and attacking the one in front of me
Got it. Go.
for an 18.
And you hit.
Awesome. It is below its hit point maximum.
It is.
So,
More dice.
okay. 7, 9, 14 points of damage.
Ooh. Nice hit. Really?
Yeah.
14 points of damage?
Yep.
Dropped it.
Nice.
Now,
Yeah,
I will
well
say
done.
that was the weakest of all of them.
Well, you know what? I'm not being attacked anymore.
All right, but well done. Yeah, so one does, ew, and goes over backward. Next is the monsters. All right, so then first the one attacking Crawl, one of the two attacking Crawl. First one on Crawl misses.
Good.
Second one on Crawl hits.
Ooh.
And now that we're working this up, I wanted to do like one of their attacks the first round, but once they were engaged with somebody and hitting them, I was going to do both of the attacks because they actually have more attacks than what they had before.
Yeah, of course they
So
do.
first is the biting attack,
Ooh.
and
They don't
that
even have teeth.
Yeah, they're ghouls.
As a
They've got
matter of fact,
way too many teeth.
And it
It's
is-
kind of their shtick.
it's a
They actually have
big,
more than they should.
big bitey thing, and she takes even more damage. She's actually starting to look really bad.
Uh-oh.
I didn't want her to come with.
And
Though I'm kind of glad because they'd otherwise all be on me.
the second one attacking her.
I thought that was the
also-
second one
It
attacking
was
her.
the second attack.
The
of
second
first
attack
one.
from
second
that
attack
one.
from the second
Yeah.
one. Gotcha.
Sorry.
We don't even get 2 attacks.
Boris,
Not this level.
Boris
I know.
speaks DM. Ow!
Is she dead?
She just went out. She dropped.
Okay.
Do
Unconscious.
Do something.
Well,
What are you looking at me for?
you could ask her. Maybe she's taking a nap, Jacob. Why don't you go find out?
Hey, don't worry, Crawl. I wanted to rest too.
And then that other one immediately turns to the next nearest person, Boris. You're in its range, so it's just going to move and attack you.
Yeah, and it's gonna miss tremendously.
Because
And
it has disadvantage.
it has
still.
disadvantage.
Drop its whole face.
Natural 20. Okay, an 11 natural and 14. 11, still misses. All right, then the
Yeah.
next one that's on Boris. No, you killed that one. There was 2 on you from before, so
Yeah.
1 still. The other one that was on Boris, natural 20.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a 3, and it won't matter.
And now I'm going to roll another
You always
natural
say
20.
3. Or a
Oh,
4.
I rolled a 4. Yeah, so once again, disadvantage sucks. Then the one that is on Jacob.
I thought I killed it.
Oh, you killed it.
Yeah.
And there's 2 on me.
Yeah,
well, there's 3 now on me. There's the
I
one
thought you
I've been
killed-
fighting. The second.
You didn't kill one of the ones that was
No,
on you?
I did
Oh, okay.
12, not 14.
Ah.
And there's no way it's going to be hitting you. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
He just
Oh,
wanted to hear
And for
no.
those first 2, I forgot the secondary attacks. So my bad. But this one I
But you
remembered.
don't get to do it now. That's too late.
Well, I haven't forgotten for this one. But it doesn't matter. 8 and 18.
'Cause
Disadvantage
as soon
really
as you roll
sucks.
one miss, you know that
I know. It's
all
like,
over.
okay, that's it. It's over. Yeah. You're done. All right. So that's everything that's on Boris. And there's nothing on Jacob. And there is 1 on Zelen. Attacking Zelen. Its first attack is a 17 nat. So it is hitting you. And you take 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Ouch.
Wow.
And then its second attack on you is a 3 and misses. And that should have been all of them. I think I've kept my count right.
That sounds
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and
totally.
so then we're at Zelen.
I'm gonna hit it with my shillelagh again.
Okay, roll it.
Smack. Smack, smack, smack.
10, 13.
You hit.
Hey, all right, we're getting
Yeah,
closer.
narrowing that down.
Now it's between 7 and 13.
And 9 points of damage.
Okay,
No,
it is
wait a minute. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay,
Wrong direction.
it is.
I know, but I have to be honest.
It's
Yeah.
definitely still ambulatory and combative.
You have a
And
bonus
I
action.
have a bonus action.
Okay.
Can I do a healing word on somebody who's unconscious?
Does it
Yes.
say you can do it as a bonus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is healing
As a
word
bonus
Yeah,
action?
it's a bonus action.
Yeah, then go ahead.
So I'm gonna
If you're
cast
unconscious, you can still
a
hear,
healing
right?
word, a creature of my choice. I'm going to do 2nd level, which increases 1d4 for each slot above first.
Okay.
So should I do 2 d4s or 1d8?
2d4.
Spell casting ability modifier. What is that? That is a 7.
No. That's your attack modifier.
Yeah.
It's just your
Just
your
the
wisdom.
Oh, yeah,
wisdom,
that's a
the wisdom
5.
bonus.
So 10. She got 10 points back.
10 points.
Nice.
That's very good. I'm not sure how it works for 5. We'll just wing this. She is waking up.
Okay.
So she was very, very close in the shallow negatives, but that's what that is. Zelen. So now it's her round. I
Yeah.
guess
Good timing.
it's 5e. She just gets up and starts fighting again. So
Hell
makes a
yeah.
move action, standing, picking weapon, and goes right back into the attack. And this occasion, there's none on her. She attacks one of the ones that's on Boris. Well done, Zelen. And misses. So I guess she's still
come on.
a little bit on the wobbly side.
You saved her life.
Yeah, right. Boris.
All right, yeah. Continuing to fight with the one I've been fighting.
Okay, roll it.
15 versus armor class.
Hits.
Yeah. There we go. 16 points of damage.
Destroyed.
Well done.
Good.
Any extra go on anybody else?
Excuse me?
Yeah, right. Do I cleave through things?
Oh, no. All right, so then Jacob.
I'll take a step over and attack the one that's
do you
attacking.
want to
Zelen.
take a move action to pick up your bow and then just shoot it?
Whatever you're going to do, Jacob, but just declare it and do.
Zelen's right next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm holding the sword. I'll go ahead and swing at the one that's attacking her.
Got it.
18 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
Come on, big damage.
Big damage. 13 points of damage.
Destroyed.
Yes. Thank you.
Can I use the remainder of my move to pick up my bow? I don't know.
No.
Well, he didn't move. It was within his melee reach.
Why'd you say move?
I didn't know how close the other one was
Oh,
to
yeah,
me.
she probably. You didn't use your move. Yeah,
cool.
grab your
Yeah.
bow. That's fine. Grab your
Do
bow.
that.
All right, so Jacob, then the monsters. Let's see, 3 of them have been destroyed. There's still 3 of them left. 2 on Boris, I think.
3 on
Three on
Boris.
Boris.
3 on
Yeah.
Boris.
This
So
one's turning
all
around.
of them are on Boris right now.
Yeah, and they're all rolling at disadvantage.
That's hilarious.
That
I
is.
love it.
That's just totally sucky. All right, the first one. I got to roll double big numbers. So
No, you're gonna
First
roll
one,
like 4s.
So that one missed. Yeah. And then the next one, yeah, I rolled like a 3 and a 20, then a 3 and an 18. And
That's why I say 3
a
a lot.
19
And a 3.
and a 19. And no, 5. Yeah. So, but it does seem awfully quinky dinky that they're going for the paladin the most. If there's meaning behind
He
that.
is also the beacon
But
of light.
yeah,
Zelen?
I'm radiating light
Yes.
and holy energy.
You
and
are
that's
up.
the only
So
thing
I'm
in the
going
room.
to do Lasdun's light, fairy fire, and light up the 3 that are attacking.
Can you specify, or is it just like an area of effect? Because if you're going to do that, you're going to get Boris in it too.
Unless she angles the area of effect very particularly.
Let me just roll very quickly here to see what the relative spread is.
Yeah, and are they angled around me in a circle, or is it more of a line?
They are not in a line. They're more around you in it's called a triangle, kind of that 3-pointed circle.
Well, so
So-
if Boris fails the
Yeah.
reflex save, you give them advantage, which
Don't
then
cast
counteracts
the
the disadvantage.
Don't cast the thing. Okay.
But then we all get advantage on hitting
Don't
them.
cast the thing.
Okay. Okay.
So what are you
I
doing
won't cast the
instead,
thing.
Zelen?
I'm going to throw fire
At,
Boris.
at one that has not yet been hit.
got it.
Well, you've been hit, so I can.
And I
No, I
rolled
haven't been.
an 18 plus 6 is 24.
Well done.
3 points of damage.
3 taken.
But
Did
now,
you
but
don't
now
have
it's
any-
been damaged. So now you have your thing that they're below their maximum hit points.
All right,
I
so
think they all are, right? They've
Cro-
all been hit
no.
at least once.
no, 1 has not been hit yet.
Oh.
Although 2 were not hit a moment ago, and now just 1 has not been hit. So Crawl attacking that one of the ones on Boris hits. Yeah.
Hey,
Yay. I had to really look at that.
she rolled less than a 13.
I won't say. And she does damage to it, but it is still ambulatory.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now, Boris.
So there's 1 on me that hasn't been injured yet.
That is correct.
Attacking the uninjured one. Ooh. 30 versus armor class.
Oh my
Good grief.
gosh.
Nat 18 for with a plus 12.
Yeah, hits.
Can I get both of your d8s and one of your d8s? I'm expending a spell slot to do Divine Smite.
He's smitten.
Smite him.
Smite him, Dark One.
I'm keeping that 8.
On the floor, yeah.
So that's 16, 24, 27, 32 points of damage.
Holy Moses.
It had 27. Boom! Yeah,
Nice.
boom.
Can't
just
pieces of
just
its
goes
parts like be like shrapnel on
over
the other
backwards, and then everyone takes damage in the area.
ones?
Oh, well struck.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Divine Smite against Undead Thing is the best.
Yeah, just destroyed outright in that. Beautiful. Jacob.
Picking one of the remaining 2, staying at a distance, firing with my bow. 25.
And you hit.
Nice. Oh, minimum damage.
Oh,
Sorry, I stole
7.
your juju.
7, yeah.
well, I tell you, it's still 7 more points. We'll call that tickling damage. Got it.
Good.
And then
Thanks.
then the monsters. All right. So, first one attacking Boris. Come on, double
3.
big numbers. I rolled a natural 20. I rolled like 3 or 4 in all of
All
this.
right. Does Boris finally
let's
get
see
it?
that
3.
It's with disadvantage. Let's see another. That'd be so cool. Another natural 20 coming up right.
Oh my God!
Dang! It's a 1. It's the exact opposite.
Oh.
Okay, so miss. That one I had said was on Boris. I should have been somewhere else, and I kind of flubbed that. So we'll say he's moving from Boris, and he is moving to, Zelen, and attacking Zelen. So doing so, though, he is moving past Boris and Jacob.
All right. I'm going to take that opportunity attack.
See if it makes it to me.
Yeah, that's a 21 versus armor class
Hits.
for 13 points of damage.
And he takes it, not dead.
All right, yeah.
Hey, does he move past Kroll?
I think Crawl's on the other
You're
side.
asking for a bit
Crawl's at the other side of all
Like
that.
running
Ye
the
of little
gauntlet.
faith. Ye of little
Okay,
faith.
come
I'm
on,
gonna
Jacob.
hit it.
You
I'm
got
gonna
the
smack
last
it
one.
with my bow.
You got the last one for me.
9.
That's your total?
Yeah.
Miss.
So it's between 9 and 13.
Good to know.
All right, so Zelen, it's attacking you.
Yes.
Okay. So first attack sequence. Ooh, natural 20.
That's not good.
And damage coming up is.
How do you get a D4 to land upside down?
I know. That was really, really skilled. Minimum damage to start, so I guess that's a good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Its second attack is natural 16 modified 18.
I'm 16, so.
Okay.
Yep.
You're just young. And
Creepy.
it does 9 more points of damage.
Okay.
Where are you?
10.
Yeah, one more hit.
Are we supposed to be rolling?
And
Any
that
saves or anything?
was the monster, and now it is. Oh, right. Yeah, thanks. Gosh, I've been just sucking at playing these monsters.
Trying to help you out.
I'm rolling it like I'm Crawl right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a
I think that's the first bite that hit anyone that wasn't Crawl.
Constitution save.
Me?
Zelen, yeah.
Did you bring this up?
I just want to be as inclusive.
One.
I'm so sorry.
And you are paralyzed for 1 minute.
You're a dork.
It's the last one.
So can I move my mouth?
No, you're paralyzed.
Oil can.
No. Oil can what? Top of the round, and it is
I
Crawl.
can't do anything.
Crawl is going to throw her spear.
Does Zelen get a save on her turn to break that effect? Or
The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so Zelen, you get a save at the end of your turn as well.
So I
Oh.
get one now?
Yes.
right now, yeah.
Come
on. Get in, get out.
10.
Plus your
Yeah.
Constitution modifier.
Okay, hold on. I have to find
I think
that.
you already said yeah though.
What's the Constitution modifier? Oh, 13.
Yeah, you did it. The
Even more.
DC is 10 for the monster. So
Thank you, Boris, the one who likes me.
You just got bit and then fainted and got right back up like, ew.
top of the round,
Gross.
Crawl is throwing a spear and rolls an 14 and hits this thing's armor class of 12.
It's the first time you told us what the actual number she rolled was.
Well, and he just told us it's armor class.
I know.
And does more damage to it. It
Oh
is
my
still
gosh.
alive. And then Boris.
Okay, so there's none on me.
The last one
This
is
is
on
the
the
last
one.
one.
Okay, yeah. I move to engage the ghoul and attack with a 15 versus armor class.
Hits.
For 12 points of damage.
And it is destroyed. Lot of ghouls.
Okay. Yeah.
Good battle.
Is there any way of collecting that whatever was doing the poison?
Yeah, no, it was them.
It's
Dang,
them, yeah.
darn.
You're really, what's in Jacob's backpack? And it's like a ghoul
whole alchemy
looking like
just lab.
C-3PO sticking out of
There's just a whole alchemical lab in my back.
Chewie's backpack, and it's
Hey,
Some healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tracking with you.
all right. So these things are dead. You are in a tomb area now that you're taking in more of the room around you. There are numerous slabs, like a few dozen easily, and niches built into the walls as well, where the stones lined up in just such a way. And you can tell that there are physical remains, skeletal remains, pretty much all over the place.
I'm going to go with lay on hands on Crawl. And I can heal up to 20 hit points of damage.
Okay.
So
And you're going to do all 20 on Crawl?
if
or?
she needs it.
Well, I mean, she could, honestly, she could take all that and she'd be pretty much at her maximum at that point, unless you want to spread that around with other characters.
The structure of this, what we're moving through, we'll be moving through just like, a massive hallway where things can maneuver around us, or it will be fairly tight quarters and we don't think we can be flanked too easily.
It'd probably be difficult to get flanked in this place. It's
Yeah.
not a complicated underground thing.
Yeah, I do think having frontliners at closer to full is definitely a good thing to have.
Okay, yeah. So you,
So I will use all that.
you maximize that efficiency. Yeah, and she
If I
is
had any spell slots, I'd
right
cast
back to
on you.
28, which is her max.
Nice.
The thought that counts.
Did that use all 20 of mine?
Yeah, she was at 8.
Okay.
Yeah, after Zelen's spell.
So I'm going to do cure wounds. Can I do cure wounds and healing word on myself?
I wish you could see what she's doing. She's putting her hand cupped like on her head, on her shoulder,
Head, shoulders,
on her
knees,
knee,
toes.
and she's like touching like like I cure wounds to my cranium.
So
my
since
aura.
healing word does significantly less than cure wounds, it's better spell slot wise to just do
cure wounds twice.
Yeah.
Can you do it more than once?
Yeah, you can do
Okay.
it as long as
Do
you've
the
got
spell
spell
slot.
slots to it. It just
Okay.
takes an action rather than a bonus action.
Okay, so I'm going to do some cure wounds on me.
Okay, do it.
D8 plus modifier, which is my wisdom.
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay, so that's 13 back.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Except
then roll the
I
other real
almost
quick too.
died.
So you can do your math after we.
Another 8 back.
Okay, well done. You're in a much, much better place. So the group is looking secure. You see no sign of Violet in here. As you're looking at the most notable things that stand out in this room right now are the remains. If there was about 36, maybe 40 of these slabs or niches altogether, just doing a quick cursory count, you're seeing way more than that just in skulls, from the dead that used to be in here. But most everything is stacked up into the opposite corners, like the opposite corners from the door you entered through. It's a big rectangular room that looks like they're making space and moving stuff over, but there are still bodies on the slabs. It's as though they moved the older bodies away and put the newer ones in here. What looks like the newest one is right in front of you right now. It's on the nearest slab to the door itself.
How new is newest?
Go ahead and do a investigation, Jacob. Or anyone else that wants to investigate it as well.
Yeah, I would like to investigate as well.
Sure.
You're better than me.
Crawl says, I'm going to take a guard position at the front to make sure nothing comes in at us, so I'll watch the door.
12.
14.
18.
At the 18, Zelen says, Jacob, what is that? What is that? And she points really close to one of the bones, one of the arm bones.
I know
on
what
this
it looks
thing.
like to me. What does this look like to you?
And she points that out. Jacob, you notice it particularly, that is where somebody has been, like when you're field dressing something, you do some cuts in it. But when you're actually butchering an animal, you'll make nicks in the bones where you get too close, cut a tendon, shave into it. So it looks like this body was interred in this tomb.
And then had its hide removed.
Not hide. Somebody
yeah.
came back and
Flesh.
removed all of
The
its
meat.
flesh. They removed all the
Ew.
tissue from it.
I'm so glad we shared our rations.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lose my paladin abilities if I eat people.
Jacob, you think this probably happened decades ago.
Oh,
Like-
God.
30, the bones have the age to them that you would say, whatever this was done, this heinous crime was done, it was a good 30, 40 years ago. It's been a long, long time it's
Yeah.
been like this.
My protection lasts about 10 minutes. Let's keep going. Let's find Violet and whatever Abner is.
So as you guys move down the aisleway between the slabs on either side, you notice architecturally that each one of these slabs, like just under the table where a person would be interred, there is a niche and a bust. That is a statue from the shoulders up that looks like it's supposed to be the semblance of that person. Like that's how they
okay.
did their markers. There's not names on them, but there's the image of how they looked in life. And you're seeing very well done statues, very beautifully done marble cut statues. And they communicate these people are wealthy people that were interred in this place by their clothing.
I wonder if
That's
it's her
recaptured.
family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So, do we note any similarity? Like, do they all have hawk noses, or is there anything that we notice that would indicate that?
how slow do you want to go through here? Because you probably could find out stuff looking at this, and there's rooms
I
beyond.
vote reasonably
Boris is saying
expeditiously.
he gets
I
going.
think, yeah, keep on
right.
moving. Unless anything, I don't want to say jumps out at us, but if
Yeah.
anything doesn't immediately look like we should investigate further.
well, do that
moving
in-
at a tactical speed. But
So at that tactical speed, Zelen, go ahead and make that more as a perception roll than investigation if you pick up on something. And you just need a very, very high number on that.
Oh, yeah, 11.
No. So at a cursory glance, you're not getting anything, but with a more protracted investigation, probably
Yeah.
could.
once we kill all the hostiles, sure thing.
And then as you move forward, everyone give me a perception roll.
16.
23.
Yeah.
15.
At that
26.
At that 15 and above, and Crawl is moving clean up, and she also rolled well, that you can hear there is someone or something moving further back into the darkness, as though they were waiting in the next chamber and are now moving away. In that moment that you're paused, Boris's sacred weapon ends, and the light goes out.
Thank you for listening. Enjoying our story? Share our podcast with a friend. Want more background on the world we adventure in? Check out mattsinkovich.com and theempiresedge.com. And become a member of our podcast on subscribestar.com/the-empires-edge. Subscribestar.com/empires-hash-browns?
We get hash browns. Our top tier dollar sign is our hash browns.
It's just you're
Makes waffles.
That's the merch that we're making first.
Waffles. And they think
Empire's
they're getting
hash
the waffle
brown
iron.
maker.
It's the actual waffle.
We're not selling the waffle maker. We're just selling the waffles.
Yeah.
They just ship them waffles. Hash browns were just added to the store.